Because there was a final earlier today over in Nur Sultan. John Millman and Adrian Mannarino. Millman looking for his first career title at 31 years old. Jimmy, he had been to two finals before. Is the third time the charm?
Well, it absolutely was. And this was a story of sort of two different sets. The first set, Mannarino was the better player. Mannarino had all kinds of chances to break serve. Never faced a break point until set point. And on that set point, you saw a winner down the line from Millman. One of the things you'll know about Millman is normally, even though we're showing you the highlights, he hits virtually every ball cross court, doesn't make an error, runs, and it's such a physical matchup that eventually players break down. He beat two Americans on the way to this final, Millman. Tommy Paul, where he saved a couple match points. Francis Tiafoe had a break lead in the final set. They both wore down. It took Mannarino just one set to sort of wear down. And after he lost that tough first set where he probably should have won, it was too much for Mannarino to overcome. And Millman wins his first title. He's a guy that when he thinks back in his career, he's going to be proud of himself. There's going to be no regret. He put everything that he has into the game. He plays a style that I want some of the juniors, because I've been coaching juniors lately, and they go down the line at the most ridiculous times to try to end points. Here's a guy that goes cross court with every single ball, and he's now a tour champion and has won a few $1 million. Go cross court more, Junior.
And he's done it at 31 years old. Yeah, it's a great point. And it's funny because Millman was the one who had, as you mentioned, Jimmy, two grueling matches to get to the final. With Mannarino, especially in the semis, who got through in straight sets 7-5, 6-2. But Millman, a little bit more physical today, Paul, and he comes away with a win.
Yeah, I mean, look, John Millman is known in the locker room as just one of these iron guys. You know, he's just going to make you work every point, doesn't make any stupid mistakes. Jimmy, you mentioned really good shot selection, incredibly fit. Whatever you give him, he will take. There's not one thing you have to be really afraid of, but it's guys like that that cause a lot of problems, and they break your will down. And that's why I think he beats a lot of the younger players, is because he makes you work so hard every point, and he makes you force yourself into bad shot selection choices. But it's a really good day. I'm a big Millman fan, so it's great to see him win.
He played 400 challenger matches in his career.
That's
just
crazy.
to give you an idea of how long it's taken him to grind his way to this. Sort of at 31, he's gotten a title on the tour.
For both you guys, what was your first title like when you experienced that thrill of an ATP victory for the first time? Either one of you can start, really. The great Jackie Kay.
Yeah, well, mine was different. Jimmy won his first title when he was 12, basically, on tour. I had to grind my way through college, and I remember winning the tournament, the LA Open, beating Edberg in the finals here, and it was a big deal for me because I had lost a really heartbreaking match at the U.S. Open to Mats Wilander in 4 sets where my will kind of went away. And then I beat Edberg in 3 tiebreak sets, and I kind of couldn't believe it because he was a great player and I wasn't at his level, but I won that match, and I felt just kind of the euphoria of all the hard work paying off.
My father always told me I peaked at 12. So when Paul, and I'm actually not kidding. And so when Paul says that, there's some truth to it. But I wouldn't have won my first title without Mats Wilander, actually, because I played Mats in the Italian Open, and virtual match point, he hit an incredible shot. So I lose second round to him. He makes semis, wins the French Open 2 weeks later. And I realized, wait a minute, he's winning the French Open. We're both 17 years old. I should be winning tournaments. I won a tournament a week or two later.
There you go.
He gave me the belief that I can win at this level.
And I'd love to see what John Millman does now with this added boost of confidence. Another congratulations to John on his first career ATP title. Another reminder, Masters 1000, final of the year in Paris. It is tomorrow. It is 5 a.m. Eastern. We've got it for you here on Tennis Channel.